Yeah, definitely on that. Let me put this on a messenger and share it to you. First, I gotta find it. Just bear with me. Hold up.
Alright, you cool, man.
Let's see.
And I be watching you, man. You be eating motherfuckers alive.
Oh, you be watching my stream?
Hey, boy, like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, they. I'm gonna teach you
You first
everything.
like my when you like my shit, man. I was like, I know this dude ain't got no business liking my shit, but if he to take the time out to see that I'm trying to appreciate this game, I said I'm gonna mess with him. And then I remember when you put a post, you said, "Hey, look, I got an offense. If you want it,
Yeah, I'm trying to get it together. It's just I've been so busy.
yeah,
It ain't been exactly easy to do it, but I got a free time right now. I seen you was looking for some help or whatever. I was like, okay, let me go ahead and get it started. So let me get this introduction for you set up. What you're gonna need for. I'm gonna start it off with like a few formations that you can win with, and then
gotcha,
anytime you want to add to it, come see me. All right, I'll add more to it for you. All right,
gotcha.
so it give you some flexibility.
Oh, I take care of you, man.
Okay.
Trust me on that.
All right. Let me get,
Like I got money, but I got my card got the money on my card where it's from my job, so it won't let me do the cash app. But my girl, she helped me out.
yeah. All right. So now I'm on live. I'm just trying to get it to share. So just give me one sec.
So do I need to go? What I need to go to YouTube or Twitch or what?
It's on
Like, is
YouTube.
it gonna? Okay, well let me set my TV up to where I go to YouTube. That way I can see it before you even send it. Have you ever heard of Murphy?
I might have.
He used to be the number one player on Xbox. I mean not Xbox, but PlayStation 4. But he got suspended, and like I think he's like number 2 or 3 right now. I
Mhm.
got deals with him, man,
Got you. Got you.
and he got me better. But like Gaming Authority, they go deeper than he do. And some of the people he messed with, like I can't help who his friends is, but I just don't approve of what they do.
Got you.
I need to go to YouTube.
All right. So now I just gotta get the messenger to pop up right there. I think that's what it is.
Baby. Okay, where my YouTube at? I know I got it on there.
And
Baby, how I get the YouTube on here?
you should be able to get. There's a link right there. You should be able to click on it.
Okay.
All right. And
Okay. Okay. He got me in there.
all right. So now any question, I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna need, and you say what team you run with, and I'll try to tailor
I
it
like
to.
the Seahawks.
You like the Seahawks. All right. So I'm
Right.
gonna.
But if I need to play with the Raiders or whatever, that's what I need to do.
No. Nah, we're gonna do. I always try to tell people play with whatever team you're comfortable playing with. Okay, whatever your team is, play with them. Okay, you can take this scheme and pretty much run it with any team. The key factors I'm about to go over
Okay.
is I'm going to give you some thresholds that you're going to need to pay attention to and know. Um, and that's
All
going to
right. Hold
be
on. I'm trying to get it.
well. I'm live right now,
I'm
so
trying
if
to get it
you're
to where I can like this.
okay, so I'm live right now, so
Okay.
I can go in your roster and I can give you everything you need to know. So let's see. You say you play with the Seahawks, right?
Mhm.
All right, so
All right. I need to go to my YouTube. Now what's the name of your link?
Shadow X. That should take you straight to the video.
I know it took me to it, but it's making me want to push my email and shit in.
Just Shadow X.
Shadow X.
Yeah.
Shadow X. Space with the X.
Yes.
Shadow X.
So I should be able
I
to.
see you. I see you. Alright.
I
Let me
should
hit
be.
you. I hit the subscribe. Are you live right now?
Yes, I'm live right now.
So I'm hitting like. Okay, I hit like.
All right. So right now I'm just gonna go over what you're gonna need, and then I'm gonna cut this stream.
And then hit save. Hit the save though, right?
Yeah, it'll automatically save once I cut it, and then once I cut this stream, I'm gonna start another stream up, and I'm gonna go over each formation for you. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So the first thing that you're gonna want to need is when you go in your depth chart. Depth chart is very important. Um, you want your two fastest receivers are going to be your number one and number two. Your number three needs to be a good route runner.
Number one and number two.
Your number three needs to be a good route runner. We're going to manually
Okay.
sub these guys in. I just got to look at it and see what you got. So you got David Moore, deeper. So you're pretty much set. I would think. Let me see. Double check. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. Deep route running. All right. So I'm gonna explain exactly what. So we know who that is. What you got at tight end. Your tight end, you want someone fast. Okay. You want a receiving tight end. So you probably put like Luke Wilson in. So you just always check that, and you'll need to manually sub these guys in, and then we'll go over defense later. So I'm gonna go over the formation real quick, and this first one is gonna be over gun bunch. Okay, so you want your best receiving tight end. Obviously, we just looked at it. It was Luke Wilson. Your two outside receivers need to be your fastest guys. Okay, so you have DK and I don't know their numbers yet. Just bear with me. Just looking at the packages. Oh, fuck it. For the sake of the video, we'll make sure that they're manually put in. So it'll be DK and Tyler Lockett need to be on the outside. So we need to put David Moore on the inside. So we'll probably have to go to the depth chart. Just bear with me. I don't play with this team, so hold up. And take him out of the slot for the purpose of the video. So you just put more there for the sake of the video. All right. Now we go into it. It needs to be like this. You need to have your fastest tight end, and you need your two speed receivers on the outside. You have Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, and then you have a physical receiver in the slot or someone that can run short routes. Okay, so that's going to be very important personnel wise. I don't pass a lot to the halfback out the backfield, but you do have that option. So you want a running back that can kind of primarily pass block. You want someone that can block a lot for you. So let's go into depth chart, just double check, see what you got. And what you're looking for. Basically, strength is a big importance in the blocking game. So it's either going to be Carson or Lynch. So let's see what we got. Let's see, blocking. Want a good pass blocker. Alright, so we'll use Lynch. Alright, so it should look like this. Alright, you got DK, Tyler on the outside, you got David Moore on the inside, you got Luke Wilson at tight end, and you got Lynch at halfback, okay? All right, and we can actually go over the very first part of it. So the very first part, we're gonna go one play at a time. Okay, so the first one, I'm gonna go. There's so much you can do out of this one play. I'm about to tell you, it's ridiculous. You can damn near run an entire game off this one play and beat every coverage in the game. All right, so the first play is bunch trail. So, is there any specific defenses you're having problems with? Any
I'm gonna say they goddamn when they lock up on these
cover four drop show two, or any cover four in general?
drop show two.
Okay. So the Chiefs don't have the drop show two. Let me back out and pick another team that does have that. So as a cover four drop show two, there's so many ways to attack that with this offense I'm about to show you. It's actually very favorable. Yeah. So the cover four drop show two. Any other defenses you're having problems with? Oh, the man match defenses. Okay, I got you, bro. I'm actually good at attacking man match defense. All right, so I think they have the 3-4 defense, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Now cover two sink. They're using soft squats. The deep shells will stay the same. Deep halves, they stay the same. They play their assignments on their side of the field. They're not going to chase routes. It's the routes under that become man. Okay, so it plays like man defense, but on quick routes, it's going to play like zone. Okay, so it's a combination zone / man. So let me go back into it. We already know who we're starting. We put Luke Wilson. He's our best guy for this. Make sure you have. All right, let me just manually sub these guys. Put him in there and Metcalf. So you got your two fastest receivers on the outside. You got your best blocking running back in the backfield, and going on a bunch trail. All right, so you said 3-4, cover 4, drop show 2, right? Great. They don't have fucking 3-4 odd. Okay, they got over edge, and I thought, what team has the 3-4 odd? Ravens, I think. Yeah. Yeah, every team's got their own formation, so you gotta kind of keep up with it. I know Ravens. The what? The Jets defense got it? Okay. Alright, we'll play against them. You don't see a lot of people run the Jets. But they also got that nasty safety. I think the Packers got it too. Alright. Sorry it's taking a while to get to it, but you can put a timestamp on it. Alright, so I'm going to show you the reads that you're going to make. There's actually going to be two formations you're going to use, okay? One attacks cover 4 a lot better than the other one. They both are good attacking cover 4, but one has just got the better one play. You said what? Okay. So in your gun bunch, you're going to have Lynch at halfback. You have Metcalf and Lockett on the outside and David Moore on the inside. Okay. And then make sure you got Luke Wilson. Alright, cool. Alright, so gun bunch, Raiders playbook. You want your two fastest receivers on the outside, so that's Metcalf and Lockett. And on your inside receiver, you just want, you can put Gordon or you could put that David guy in there, okay? It really does. Your slot really doesn't matter. You just want someone with reliable hands, decent route running, or David Moore. It doesn't matter. And then Marshawn Lynch is your halfback. All right, so there is so many different variations you can run this bunch trail, okay? And it gets crazy, okay? But you can literally tear people apart with this one play. It is by far probably the best play in the game. I'm gonna show you the different. That's what it looks like stock. You're watching stream, right? Okay. So stock defense. The first thing that you're gonna pay attention to is the cornerbacks and the safeties. See how spread out they are and how deep back they are. Sometimes you can just, if you're not sure, always motion. It'll usually tell their zone. See, he's not moving much. If I move him in, see, he doesn't move in as much unless they press. Now, if they're pressing or whatever, I can go over baseline press and all that here in a minute. But usually when they're doing that, okay. Now when you're doing the gun bunch, you either want to be on the left hash or you want to be on the right hash, okay? Very important. Either hash. You don't want anything up in here, okay? You get better pass blocking when you're on the hashes, okay? That's a secret that not everybody tells you. All right, because it affects how the defensive line lines up. All right, so when you're running from the left hash, you need to flip your play, okay? Your post route always needs to be on the field side. Your boundary side is the short side of the field. Field side is the open side, okay? So always remember that. If you're on the left hash, flip the play. All right? So against cover 4, usually and also when you're running this, make sure you redrag the square route. If you don't, it's going to be an option route, and sometimes he'll stop, which you don't necessarily want him to do all the time. So against cover 4, you have the option of a one-play touchdown. Now this one isn't going to be better than the other one that I show you, but it can beat cover 4 if you wait on it, okay? It's going to be a tighter window to throw, but I'm pretty sure Wilson can make it. Against cover 4, all you're going to do is you're going to kind of push out to the left a little bit. You really don't have to read too much. Just wait, and then bomb it, okay? Now, you really got to time to throw. You got to take it to practice mode and get used to the speeds. So it's just bear with me. Now cover 4, you really, like I said, stock, you really don't have to do too much to it. Just make sure you ID the right person. And then, against the containment. And then just pass leads at 2 o'clock. But you see where it's getting open, right? Now the other one that I want to show you that's a lot better is going to be in gun wide trips week, okay? This one is a lot better at getting open over the cover 4 because the post runs a little bit wider. Okay. Only thing you're going to need to do in this one is just cancel the play action. And like I said, just same thing, just wait on it. Eventually those quarters will stop, and then you just pass lead over the top. So if people are getting you a lot with the cover 4 drop show 2, that's all you got to do, just go to the gun wide trips and hit that one. Okay, and make sure, like I said, flip the play. Anytime you're on a hash, flip the play. You want your wide side over there. If you're on the left hash, flip your play. Cancel your play actions. You do not need play action in this game unless you have people trying to come into the box. You do not need play action. The passes run so much better, minus the fact that he just somehow got through. But you feel me. I'm just going to run it a few times just so you can see how he's getting separated. Yeah, it does that. It's practice mode. Anticipate it. So we could just double team him, I guess. You know, it's cover 4 drop so 2. So he's the only one rushing. And just sit in the pocket. Jesus Christ. But he gets open. But like I said, computer does what it does as long as you get the concept. Okay? So now we're going to go over the plays. Now I'm going to pick, we'll start off with cover 2, then go to cover 3, and then I'm going to show you what I'm looking for against cover 4. Then I'll show you the man matches, okay? Alright, so cover 2, Tampa 2, you really don't have to do anything. You don't necessarily even have to flip this to the wide side. It actually runs better short. Same thing, you're just going to make sure the drag, you don't have to really run anything spectacular. It's optional if you want to kind of tinker with and motion him. Yes. Okay, you can tinker with and motion him so that you have an under route going to the opposite way as your tight end. Usually, or if you're worried about like a vertical hook, anytime you have a slot receiver, you can run hitch routes. That'll pull zones underneath. Okay? So like if I'm running the hitch route, it's going to open, it's going to pull that zone underneath, and the tight end's going to get open over that zone. Okay? Yeah, you can do whatever you want with this drag. Like him being fast, he's a threat. Okay? You can run drags, you can run a slant, you can run, my favorite to get people is run a streak, and then if I run a streak, run like a drag, and then run like, take the slot. See, I get very funny with my stuff. Metcalf should bust right past the safety, usually. Bust right past the safety, and you pass lead to the left. Okay? Now, like I said, don't mind his practice mode. They're gonna get through. As long as you see what's happening downfield, that's all that matters right now, okay? So it's just like that, and then just, he's gonna get that pass lead to the left. Just like that, okay? So it'll be, you're aiming to the sideline, so that's what, 9 o'clock on the stick? So that's one I use also against a lot of man match. Trying to see. Usually against cover 2, you just want to hit Lockett. Like if it's just if it's like a Tampa 2, that little route by Lockett untouched is going to be golden. So if I just run it stock, just wait for him to pass the linebacker, and you can just do that. That's going to beat the cover 2s for you. Okay. Now if they're usering, you have all your routes on the right. Now this is where it gets fun. I'm going to show you how you can use your motions. Watch this shit. See how that linebacker's kind of in the slot receiver's way? Now if I motion him over, see how I move the linebacker? Alright, watch this shit. Now I can pull that linebacker outside. Watch this. I'll pull him off. Sometimes you can pull him off. Alright, we pulled a linebacker all the way over here. Let me double check. That is a linebacker, right? Yeah, we pulled a linebacker out to the cornerback position. with the double motion. Okay, just thought you should see that. And like I said, I'll run a slant, and then sometimes we might pull him back. Just you know, see how we pulled linebackers and corners out of position. Now we got people all over the line. Now, of course, you're only going to have time to probably motion them twice. But usually, if you want to take advantage of somebody that's not doing any types of alignment, if they're just running it stock, you can motion them to the slot. And if he crosses under the slot receiver, whatever zone's on the outside is going to respect the slot receiver as the outside. So once you motion him back, they're going to completely forget that that's the outside receiver again. Okay? So when you can pretty much just dot them up with drag routes all day. Okay? Now they're going to have to respect those drag routes. And what that's going to do, let me respot this ball. As long as you get the concepts. And then we'll kind of go into how to do the setups. Okay? So, yes? Yes? Yeah. So let's say they're just running like there's different ways to pull zones down, so just bear with me. Here's another way. Sometimes you know how I showed you how the hitch route pulls zones down, so you can get like delay routes over the top, right? We can do the same with deep routes. Okay. Let's say we send Metcalf deep, and then we bring him in. What that's going to do, that's going to open the wheel route with a lead block, okay? So when I pass it, I got a lead block team over there. So you can get an easy, quick pass. Doing it that way. I'm trying to see. Now cover two. Yeah, as long as you set up your blocks downfield. Like, don't use the routes as an actual route. Use them to block somebody downfield. So if you do it like that, you can set up a two-man block on that slot while pulling that corner from the outside over. Okay? So just watch how the defense reacts and look how much space you got to throw to the quick dink and dunk. Okay? Easy yards, easy completion. Trying to show you what else. Usually cover two, you leave this stop. You don't really need to do anything else. Trying to see if there's any other. Sometimes you can put him in a flat route, and you can run it like this, and then run a drag route, or run a slant. And usually that drag route or that route by more is going to get wide open. Okay? It just really depends on route running. See, that clears you out some space for your drag route. Okay? So there's a lot of different types of setups. So let's go over cover three. Cover three is a popular defense. I don't know about Xbox, but on PlayStation, cover three is what everybody likes. This offense torches cover three. Alright, so if cover three is a problem for you, this is where you're going to get all your money from. I'm going to show you how to set this up. This one's actually pretty easy. Make sure you re-drag that little drag route because it's an option route. All you're going to do against cover three is motion him to the slot, okay? This is going to be a one-play touchdown. Yeah, just take the option drag, make him a full drag, okay? And this is going to be a one-play touchdown. Make sure you pass block right. Make sure your double team's over there on the right. And then just sit there. You just wait on it, wait on it, wait on it. Boom. Okay, cover three will never be a problem for you. Same thing. Show you again. Just make sure you re-drag the drag route and make sure he's in the slot. Okay, and you're just gonna pass lead it 3 o'clock on your stick directly. you know how the computer is, man. Once you beat they ass. So we'll slide protect right. That's why I hate playing the computer in practice mode. I try not to do it here, but I'm just trying to show you. And just pass lead to the right. Boom, look at there. Yep, as soon as that corner bites down on that corner route. Over there by Moore, you see that corner route? He's going to pull that outside third down. Okay? And that's pretty much it. Once he crosses once this post crosses the safety, it's money. That's all you're waiting for. Him to cross that safety, then throw. Just like that. Okay? Yeah, and I'm gonna show you that. Just bear with me. Now, when you keep hitting them with that, what are they gonna do? They're gonna start using what? Deep halves, aren't they? They're gonna start trying to user it. Okay? This is where it gets fun, because now we can take that drag route and make it a slant route. Okay? Then, while he's worried about that, we got circle open, we got X open. He can't user everything. Okay? Exactly. Now, what I also like to do is remember that route by Moore. That slant route gets real glitchy when you motion people over. Okay? So you run a slant route with him, then you can run a slant route back. As long as you got a mesh concept, you can beat a lot of different coverages. So in this one, we could probably run like a little drag. Moore is going to be your primary target. Okay? That R1 route, just wait on it, wait on it. If it's not open, X will open up. You see how X opened up? I've never ran with Wilson before, so bear with me. And I'm not used to having a fast quarterback. Alright, so that's cover 3. The other way to attack cover 3 is the seams. So usually I'm on the left hash doing this. I'm going to flip the play, because we'll try it one time this way. We'll do it like that, and then just do it with the drag route. Okay? You see it? And then same thing, you're going to pass lead. It's going to be a narrow window. If that doesn't open, the tight end will. That route is very glitchy by the tight end. Like, it beats a lot of zone, plus it beats man coverage. Like, especially like if it's the end of the let's say you got like 20 seconds left in the half, and people are playing the 3-man under defense with fucking 3 safeties and shit. This route right here will get 40, 50 yards on them. Okay? It's guaranteed to get you something. Enough to get to the sideline. I'm just trying to show you the different ways you can do it. I mean, you can motion this guy out and run it like this. That way you have a deeper post under. X gets wide open. Look at that. And just get to the sideline. So if you ever need to get to the sideline against a zone or a man coverage, that's going to be your route. Okay? I think that pretty much covers cover 3. And then I think we did cover 4. It also pretty much beats that too. Go back into it. Formation 3-4. Cover 4. And this is the one with the containment. So against cover 4, like I said, you would leave it stock. It would beat it. If you're worried about that quarter following, you could always just send a streak right at it. And you just want to dumb the zones down. See how X gets wide open underneath? I just waited too long to throw it. Like, X beats every zone in the game. If you have the time to throw it, he ain't, like, if you're worried about him rushing, you could always just motion him over to help pass block your other side. And X beats every coverage in the game. Okay? Pretty much every coverage. Just one more time, just for the sake. Just watch X every coverage in the game. Cover 4 drop show 2 is giving you problems. That's all you got to do. Okay. Now what they're going to do is they're going to start trying to user that. You find out who their user is. If they're user in the safety, that means they're taking a deep zone out of the picture. They're going to open the deep passes up. Okay? Always pay attention to the users, because see, right now I'm only showing you stock coverage, how you're we're not really doing it against the defense. I'm showing you how to pick different zones off, okay? Because when there's a user on the field, he's going to take something. Like if he starts respecting something, he's going to take his zone assignment out of the picture, and it's going to open something up. So if they start respecting that Wilson route, who's going to cover it? They're going to give up a zone to cover that man. So if they're taking a safety, they're going to leave a hole wide open wherever that safety's supposed to be. So you need to know whatever defense they're running, where their guys are supposed to be versus where they're using them at. Okay? All right, so now we're going to go over the man match. Now, starting off the game, man match is pretty tough. It still is if you don't know how to pick it apart. So I'm going to show you how to pick it apart. Okay, I'm going to dissect it for you. We'll start with the blitzing versions, because I need you to know how to pick off these soft squats. That's the only thing. You have the verticals, and I'll tell you what, the drag routes can pull verticals. You want to pull those routes down. Soft squats, you need, yeah, the verticals will go up. They'll go up 10 to 20 yards with vertical routes, okay? And they'll chase route sideline to sideline. Now, soft squats, I'm going to show you how they're playing. All right, so for the sake of this, I'm going to max protect. I want you to watch the soft squat on the left, okay? I want you to pay, and better yet, I'll put him on the right, and I'll run this route, and then I'll run that. I just want you to see that they're chasing them, okay? It becomes man coverage. See, just look at the corners. See how he's chasing them? Okay? That makes those soft squats a nuisance. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to pick off the soft squat, not the deep shell. Okay? So there's different ways you can pick. So what I'm about to teach you how to beat those soft squats like it's a real cover 2. Okay? So all you're going to do is you're going to run any type of crossing route underneath it, or they go cuts under that deep route. That soft squat isn't going to go deep anymore. Watch it this time. Watch him cut under. Boom. You see how I get wide open? Okay. So now we're learning how to pick off these soft squats. Okay. I'm going to show you the different ways. I'm just showing you the different ways. See, he's gonna kick outside, and it's gonna open. Boom. Like I said, don't mind if I get sacked or whatever. For the sake of the video, just pay attention to what's going on downfield. All right. Now, the routes that you can use out routes, zig routes, flat routes, and I think those are about it. All right, so we'll try the flat route and see what the flat route opens it up pretty good too. So that's how you pick off the soft squats. All right, you keep doing it, they're gonna get out of it. All right, they're gonna start playing defend the sticks and stuff, and it's just gonna be a regular cover 2. Let me see. Let's go over cover 3 match. Now, also keep in mind, they don't tell you this. Any zone blitz, every last one of them is man match concepts. Okay, those curl flats, man match. All right. Nobody tells y'all that. Go back into it. And we'll do the cover 3 blitz, the wheel buck. It's a man match concept, okay? Same thing. All you're going to do Usually against man-match defenses, think mesh concept, okay? Have a bunch of under routes and one deep route, okay? Everything's running underneath and you have one deep route. So you're wondering, like, what the fuck is he talking about? Do this, all right? You're going to have your slant with your streak. You're going to have your drag with your angle. And you could probably, you know, if you want, you could probably, like, run like another thing like that, okay? If you're not worried. And pretty much what happens is Metcalf is going to get wide open, all right? Like, more than wide open. He's going to be so wide, butt naked open that, you know, he's going to look like he's streaking. Just look at there. Boom. He's going to get past the coverage. Now, for the sake of the video, you know, the game does whatever it does, but I'm just showing you for the sake of the video. See, he gets right there, and then you just want to have a bunch of under routes, and then just, you're gonna have to wait on it. See like how he gets past them. In a game, no one's gonna be able to defend that. Okay, it's gonna be too late. All right, so always remember that is gonna be your man match beater. Just put a slant with a streak. If you want, you can add another route. Okay, that's going to pull another zone under, okay? So you could run it like that, have an extra route over there. Usually that picks it off just enough so you can get a little bit separation. But I don't know why the game does this on practice mode. It's like the more you run something against it, it's technically the DDA. The more you run something is the more that they fuck with you. They don't want you to get it. So let me try this. Like you could beat man match like this. You see that route that I got? You could use the wheel route as your deep route. They're all gonna respect that, and then you got a man on your running back. You could beat it like that. Okay? Always remember that. One deep route and everything else underneath. However you do it, okay? So you could do the wheel route as your deep, or let's say I want more as my deep route. Okay? There's different types of setups. Hold up. Hold up. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. Watch this. Watch this. See, I motion him, get a flat route, put him outside, and then have my deep crosses like that. So I have a short route and a bunch of deep routes, and watch X. That's all you need, okay? That is the pillar for anybody. Like, if they're using zone blitzes, remember, zone blitzes, it doesn't fucking matter. It's man match, okay? So this is, and that's all you got to do. You're picking on the curl flats. That is the underneath zones. Usually you'll have a vertical hook, curl flat, and sometimes they'll use like a user, or make it like a mid read or something. But for the most part, it's all man match. So like I can run all these drags, unders like this, like double drags, and then boom, somebody gets open. Okay, it's easy, high efficient offense. Okay. All right, so let's go over. And then the thing about zone blitzes is because they're sending an extra person, even though it's man match, it also plays like regular cover 3. So watch this. We'll run it just like a cover 3 beater. And it still gets open, the cover 3 beater. So it plays the man match and it plays like a regular cover 3. It kind of glitches out. Like there's some defenses, like when you play cover 6, sometimes it plays quarters, sometimes it plays palms. You know, so they try to be versatile, but sometimes you can dumb them down to where they play what you want them to play. Okay? So let's go over quarters. Cover 6. Now cover 6, I probably score the most one-play touchdowns on, because it's pretty much right at them. That's all you're going to do, right directly at them. Like, it's good on the sidelines, on short passes, but it is so fucking weak right up the middle. Like, it's horrible. Like, I'll just run a straight streak at it. You don't really need to do anything. Like I said, it's man match. Hold up. Let me... Usually the quarter side will always match up. Like, if they use auto align, their quarter side will automatically match up on your bunch side. So we know the quarter side is going to be on the bunch side. So when you motion, that quarter side's still on that bunch side. Okay? Okay? So when we're attacking quarters, we're going to go after this deep half. Okay? Remember the same thing as man match principles. So you're going to have a bunch of short routes. You have a pull route. And then you're going to have Metcalf over there by himself. Usually you're just going to have to wait on it, find which side you have leverage on, and then you throw it to that side. So his leverage was going to be on the inside. Sometimes you might want to deep route it. Let's see. You said what? Yeah. And then boom, cover 6, beat cover 6 deep. Okay. You should run straight at them on cover 6. But like I said, anytime you're playing cover 6, cover 9, any zone blitz, or cover 4 quarters, or anything cover 2 sink where they have soft squats, just run a bunch of crossers at them. And I'm about to show you how to pick on the soft squats another way. All right, so that's pretty much going over your bunch trail. Okay. The next thing we're going to go over is the other play that I use. And that one will be verticals. This is another way to pick on. I use a lot to use man coverage. So let's say they're playing cover 1, cover 2 man under, or any zone, Storm Brave 1 or anything like that, any blitz or whatever. Usually stock is going to beat it. Okay. Now the only adjustment we need to do is, because it's a verticals concept, we need a quick pass available to us. Okay. So you're not technically going to run it like this. So I'm going to show you how to run it and be effective. What I like to do is I take the slot and run a zig route. Okay, you can run a zig route, out route, it doesn't matter. He's going to be your underneath option. You might want to block the halfback, and then you can have a smart routed dig route over the top as a check down. Okay, so this is how I run my verticals. If I choose to leave it on that side of the field. So if I'm going up against cover 1, I've got a lot of options to throw it to. Okay. Let me just show you again. Let's do that. Block him, and then dig route, and smart route the dig route. Okay. So it'll look like this, and then just wait, touchdown. But you see, it's on all Madden. The fucking game's gonna do that shit. But, nah. But what you could do is send him on a drag. What you want to do is you want to use him to pull a zone out of the way. Pull a zone, or we got X wide open. Look at all that space. So if they play a lot of man coverage, you can definitely get them with these little drag route concepts. So you just go drag route and leave the that route like that, and then we could take the vertical to push that zone back further like that. So we can beat both man and zone with this concept. We got circle wide open downfield like that. Okay, so anytime you're playing a bunch of people that play man coverage, that's pretty much going to be your go-to. Now, let's say they're playing zone. Okay, let's say they're running a lot of the cover 4 drop show 2 that you were talking about. We can still take this play and carve that up. Okay, so I'm about to show you. Get the play. Now, I run this a very unique way. A way you probably don't see anybody else run verticals. Okay, motion him over, because this is going to go in with your bunch trail. Okay, see his route? And then the same thing to attack a variety of different coverages. We're going to have that, and we'll still have the drag. Okay, now if they're blitzing, you want to block that tight end and make sure that that halfback, you know, is probably going that way or whatever, because you want to pull the zones underneath. But if they're trying to use a safety or a DB or anybody, what's going to happen is all those routes are going to get congested. That circle route is going to get bumped intentionally, but he's going to slip out unnoticed. Okay, like it's very tricky. You should have enough time. Like circle route just slips out unnoticed. Okay, I'm gonna run it again. Just for the purpose of the video, don't mind what happens to the plays. You just want to see them get open. Okay. Now you can. Yeah, you see, so. And see, he gets bumped up, but you might want to switch and put your better route runner. Metcalf is not a very good route runner there, so you might want to optionally switch him up. I use Gafford on my team, and he runs it just good enough. Metcalf's running it a little too wide, so let's try it again. Yeah. So, you know, it's stuff like that, like little route concepts like that. And then let's say we don't want that crossing route. We just want it to be a slant, because slants are faster. And the main thing is you just want to free up some space. And that just might be, you feel him? See, he gets open, he slips open. And then he goes back and pulls zone. Now, it's not going to let me run it in practice mode the same way that it would let me run it while I'm running a regs game. Now, if I'm running a regs game and someone's back there using, yeah, if someone's back there in a reg, if I'm in a regs game and I run that route, they're going to lose who they're supposed to user. They're going to completely get lost in all the routes that cross, and he's open every time, wide open. That's pretty much it on the verticals. There's not really too much else that I do with it. The other play that I like, now this one's going to be your bread and butter. Okay, it's Y curl. This one, Y curl. This one's going to help you beat cover 2 and cover 3, a lot of base of what people do. Okay, stock is good. With adjustments, it's even better. Okay? And in fact, I'm going to show you how to pick on soft squats first, because a lot of people run soft squats. Like you might see people run those cover 2 blitzes and shit, the cover 2 sink blitz. This play right here is going to murder them. So let's say they're, I don't know, do they have the big dime? The cover 2 sink blitz? I think they got the soft squat blitz right there, the slant zone. Okay, a lot of people love these little cover 2 blitzes. Okay, because that's a soft squat over there, I'm going to show you how you get your crossing concept. And first I'm going to show you stock, and then I'm going to show you the adjustment to beat the soft squat. Okay, now if I run it as is, if I'm not mistaken, Moore's route will get chased. So let me just run it stock. See how he went with Moore's route. You know, even though he didn't really go deep. I'm about to show you how to get it extra open. Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take Metcalf and put him on an out route. Okay. Now you're gonna suck that zone out, and then Moore's route gets open a lot easier. Look at there, separation. Only thing is you just got to get that safety out of the way. But I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay. To get the safety out of the way, all you're gonna do is run a streak at it, and then run an out route. Okay. And for the sake of them blitzing, we're going to do that. And then R1 over the top, just like that. So that's how you beat cover 2. Any soft squats or anything, you need this streak route by the tight end to pull that deep half to the inside. And you need Metcalf to run an out route to sink that soft squat under. Boom, boom. And pass lead outside. You should have just enough space to get it into that little area, okay? Like I said, I'm still getting used to Russell Wilson here, so just bear with me. Just wait, boom, pass lead outside. Should have just enough space to make the possession catch, okay? So that's going to be your stock on cover 2. Now you have to make, it's going to be your job to read the safeties in the corners, okay? I can't do that for you. Gotcha. But you should know how to. I'm doing it now, just looking at it. You see how you can always tell where the safeties are standing, what coverage they're usually in. If they're out wide like that, they're usually deep halves. If they're out wide like that and the cornerbacks are backed up, it's usually cover 4. Okay? So that's going to be your cover 2, cover 4. Your cover 1. You got three types of man. You have your cover 1, your 2-man under, and your cover 1 hole, and then you have cover 3. Those are going to be like this. If it's man, those safeties are going to be either pressed on a receiver. It's going to look like zero coverage. Okay, you're not going to have anyone over the top, or you're going to have one guy over the top and everybody else is going to be down in the box, whether it's the strong safety and the corners. That'll be either a man blitz with a cover 1 over the top, and then they'll have the 2 high safeties where everything else underneath is playing real tight coverage. Okay, so that went over cover 2. The other route that we like is the 3 route concept that we get between Lynch, Lockett, and Metcalf. Okay, I'm going to tell you your read progression. Now this is going to be against any defense in the game. This is going to be your 3 read progression. Okay, you're going to read Lynch, Lockett, then Metcalf. No, actually it'll go Lynch, Metcalf, then Lockett. Lynch, Metcalf, then Lockett. That's going to be your read. And I'm going to show you how to progress it, okay? So, Lynch, boom, and then he's open. It's a 1, 2, 3, like click, click, click. That's how you make your reads, okay? Lynch, Lockett, Metcalf. Read them. See who's open. When they cross at the intersection, that's going to be your cover 2 beater, okay? That's it. That's your easy 1, 2, 3. Any one of them's open. Okay? Just pick your poison. Let me show you against cover 3. Because this is why it's your bread and butter. It beats a lot of coverages. Because it's a read progression and all the reads are right there. Let me go back into it. Formation. Cover 3. Alright, same thing. Lockett is going to be your guy. Now, what I would do, it depends on which, like if you're on the, I don't think you need to. Alright, let me show you again. Lynch, Lockett, then circle. So, usually circle is going to be your guy on cover 3. 9 times out of 10. Unless they're trying to user it. Lockett will be your guy on cover 2. Metcalf will be your guy on cover 3. Okay? But it's still up to you to make the read. See, look, but when you throw it to him, if you time it right, Lynch will lead block for you. Sometimes, if you want, now if you want to get technical, if you want to pull zones back with Lynch, you can run a switch route, which is nice. Okay, because now you can pull the zone back deeper and open up more space to get more yards with the drag route. Okay. Alright, let me show you. I think that's. I'm trying to make sure that's all the routes that we run. Just bear with me. I think there's another route that I need to show you. I'm trying to remember.
19.
Okay, so the next one, you can take more. Now this will beat cover 2. Only thing is, you're probably going to have to block your tight end because he's on the line now. Okay, but I think that's the only thing, and he'll come right. You see, look at that spacing that you get. You get a little bit more separation for your outside one. You just double run that again, and then let's say I run a drag route with the tight end, like run dual drags, and then get separation and possession, catch it right there. Or you can go with the square route. It's just a little quick pass concept. Just one more time.
Alert.
Now the thing about the circle route, you can smart route this one. Okay, it's not a typical drag route, even though it goes across the field. Okay, you see that? So you can get pretty interesting pull zones back, and then you see how square and R1 are getting open. So if I block the tight end or something, I have a little bit more time. Let's try that. Smart route it, and then see, you can smart route it and motion it out. Oh, it won't let me do that. Ah, see. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes you be just be learning new stuff as you go. Okay, so we can run it like that, and then let's say also another thing that you can do in gun bunch, man. You can take this tight end, pull zones, run crossers underneath. Like I'll just run routes just to get other people open, you know. But like I said, it's just cover 3. Just trying stuff out. Okay, showing you everything you can do out of it. Which I'm gonna get to, because you also need a good run, and I use the halfback base. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to run it. Usually you want to run this against like cover 1, like any man coverage. The only thing you want to do is you want to clear out some space for your pulling guard. Okay, anytime you run like a trap run or power run, you don't want to run it like a stretch where you have all your blockers. You want to clear space out. Okay, so all you got to do is just move him out of the way, and then he can block the backside for you. You can get 2 or 3 yards. Sometimes you might get more than that. So all you want to do is just move a blocker out of the way. Whether you move the slot, get him out of the way, you want to make as less traffic as possible for your running back to maneuver through. See, and usually, like I said, practice mode not very nice. They hate you. But you just kind of experiment with them. You see how I got a little bit more space than as opposed to running it stock. Now, if you're running this play, this isn't gonna be like a money play or anything. This is gonna be your bailout play. If you're playing someone that's pass committing, you're gonna get more yards. Look at it. Look at there. See how we started getting in there. So you want to do it again. Just play with it, you know. Just a simple halfback base. Now, what you might want to do is ID the mic on one of the 3 linemen. Anytime you're up against a 3-4, just ID a lineman. Don't have to ID a linebacker. Just ID a lineman always, because you know that the linemen are coming. You don't know which linebacker is coming. So as long as you ID a correct person, you're gonna win. See, as you can tell, he's getting picked up. You know, he's not able to block shit, which is very key. Sometimes you just want to ID their best rusher. So as long as you understand, you need that play right there. And let's go into the next one. You have spacing switch, which is going to be short pass. I'm trying to show you. Let's see what else. I'll show you how to run the slip screen. And then we have mesh spot. Now there's a special way for mesh spot. I'm about to show you some funny shit, okay? How to make this even better. Now we're going to keep with gun bunch, but I'm going to show you there's going to be two formations. Spread wide flex and tight slots, okay? These two formations allow you to do some crazy shit with gun bunch, okay? You still there? Watch this shit, okay? You see gun bunch, you know what we got in gun bunch. Now, let's imagine we have our three receivers on the bunch side. So you're gonna come to your spread wide flex and put strong slot, or let me see. You go strong slot or wide receiver slot. Okay? And then you just pick a play, and then audible to your gun bunch. And I'm going to show you this shit. So when you audible to your gun bunch, which is 2 clicks away, look who your new tight end is. Okay, now we got Metcalf in position where we can really exploit defenses. Okay, we could put him and attack the seams. Like, I don't even need Drisley over there, whatever. But you feel me, right? You get Metcalf right there in that tight end spot with all that speed, and usually he'll blow the top off the defense. Okay. Like I said, they're not going to let me do what I want to do because he's in the zone. But you get the idea. Now let's say we get him with that angle route. let's see we get him with that angle route. Now we got our receiver in that angle route, and he's probably going to run that a lot better than that tight end was with that 95 speed. Okay, you see that? Just do it again. Make sure you're audible to it. And then you can go to that formation. Like, let's say you go to that formation and you don't want, like, that tight end coming in here. See how we have a tight end in this formation and we don't want that? I'm going to show you something. Whatever formation that was, let's say gun wide flex, right? Hold up. Spread wide flex. Whatever position that tight end it gets moved to. See how he's number 88? So what you want to do is you want to put a lock. You put Josh Gordon over there. Okay? So now we have 4 wide receivers. Okay? So now we just pick a play. Okay, we'll just pick a play and we'll take this formation and then just audible to our gun bunch. Now we have Lockett, Gordon, Moore, and Metcalf in there. You see it? That's a lot of fucking options. Okay. All right. So same thing. Now you have all your coverage beaters. Like if you want that X route to get open, you can do that, and then you can run that to get the R1 open, just to have the underneath options, and then X over the top. But the game's gonna fucking cheat you like that, but whatever, we know what's going on. Okay, so just show you again one more time.
14.
Look at all your options. You got Metcalf in the slot. He can do some damage. Okay. You can put Metcalf over here.
14.
Run a drag route. You have the double drag routes. You can smart route Gordon. You see where I'm going? You can get very creative. You can get very, very creative with Gun Bunch. And like I said, if the video's too long, if you have any questions, man, you can always come back to me and ask me anything, and I can be as very detailed about whatever you need as possible. Okay. And like I said, boom, that receiver from this tight end spot, he's going to run that drag very, very, very good. Okay. So just remember that if you need to jot that down, that this formation, spread wide flex, jot this formation down so that you know which guy you're subbing in for that package. Okay. So a spread wide flex is going to be your X receiver all the way to the right. You need to sub him out. And then you need to make sure you have the wide receiver slot or strong slot as your, no, I think it's wide receiver slot as your package, so that you have 4 wide receivers. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna go back into the regular gun bunch, and I think I want to show you how to run the slip screen. Occasionally you'll run people that like to fucking blitz all the damn time and they won't stop. They're like, leave me alone, motherfucker, stop blitzing. You have them. But for the sake of the video, we're going to do cover 3 because when they blitz, they cheat. Okay? It is what it is. They cheat. Alright, so usually I'm going to flip the play. Hey, what's up, Adrian? And what you're going to do is you're going to take the far side receiver, okay, and you're going to motion hike him, okay? So it should look like this, and then hike it before he gets back there. It'll give you better pass protection. That's how you run your screens, okay? Always do that. It's going to give you an extra pass blocker. Either side, anytime you want to run screen, hike it right there. That's how you run your screens. I'm going to show you one more time. And you got to be very quick with it too. As soon as he's behind the guard, hike it. Because that's going to give you an extra blocker so that you can, you know, have the time to make that release without it being inaccurate, okay? Hey, what up, Paul? What setups are you talking about? Okay, the next thing, the quick pass concept is spacing switch. And like I said, just pick any covers. Most people would play cover 3. Usually all you want to do is take square and then move him in a slant. It's going to get wide open. Okay, it'll always be wide open. Now what you can do, because it's a match defense, is you want to put something to push those zones back. Okay, so we'll run it like that. He'll push the zones back and look at square, wide open. Don't mind that he picked that off because the computer does the bullshit. Okay, so same thing. We'll show it again. Alright, should be just like that. And if you're worried about him doing that, you can always take this route and run it like that. That way you have another route to drag someone under. And look, he goes under it, and look, that's how you attack your man match. Okay, so all you got to do is use a zone to pull, use a route to pull zones under, just like a little swing route. We have the deep route, so that's going to pull the hook. The flat route on the quick pitch is going to pull down the curl flat. Metcalf is going to take the outside third. Lockett's going to be wide open. Okay, so it should, just like that, Lockett wide open. That's how you attack cover 3 match. Okay, with a quick pass scheme. All right, another way to, like I said, another way to attack cover 3 match is like I said earlier, any match scheme, one deep route, everything else short. Okay, so I can run a medium route, deep route, and then have Lynch over there run the short, and you can attack it that way and pass lead to the outside, wide open, touchdown. That's all you need to know. Any man match defense, quarters, cover 6, cover 2 sink, any of that. It's those man match zones will play anything underneath aggressive, and they will stick to it like man coverage. Okay. And basically what that does is that allows you to pick on any of the deep routes, the deep zones that should be there. I think that's pretty much all of Gun Bunch. Double check. There's actually a couple of other routes that I use. The Z Spot and Go. That's another one of those. You said what? I'm making sure you get what you put up for. So and I also got to show you defense too. So the Z Spot and Go, you technically want a good route runner. Okay, so we'll probably flip the play. And what this is going to do, this can beat a lot of coverages, but you got to make sure they're user and a linebacker. If they're user and a safety and they know what's up, they're probably going to key in on it. Usually I'll use this against like cover 4. People that I have fun attacking cover 4. That's just one of my favorite things to do. This route, there's so much you can do. Remember when I showed you earlier when you can motion across and redirect the defense. Okay? See how you move him in and now he's positioned in front of the slot. Okay? So we're going to use the double motion, and then watch this. Watch this. You see that, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do, we can't hot route him, because if we hot route him over there, see, now look at what we got over there. Now you're not going to have this much time to do all of these, so what we're going to do is we're going to give him a streak route. And just watch. It's going to be a quick pass that we're going to have to do. See, we got a linebacker on him. Number 54 is a linebacker. But look at there. Don't mind that he picked it off. Just because I didn't get the guy I wanted. Hold up. Let me show you again. Motion him in. If they don't do any types of alignments, you motion him in. While he's motioned, send him on a streak. Okay? Now it should let us go back outside untouched, just like that. And you're gonna get, if you can, get a quick pass out to him or whatever. If the game will let you. I'm like, oh, let me try this again. Motion him over. And you don't want any routes going over there. You want routes to pull inside. So see there? It's going to give him a free release. If you look downfield, he has daylight. So I just got to pass protect. So I'm going to try it one more time. Let's see if I do it from the slot. So we'll max protect.
19.
Try it one more time. This should be free release. Or, if you can, just do like an out route. If it's not giving you enough time, they're not going to be able to do that in game. They're not going to be able to know. So like, let's say I want a free release. I just want to do a drag route or a slant route or out route in this case. Let me see. Because I like the motion height free release. Just like that, you get the free release and then just touch pass. There you go. So that's the route that you're going to use. Okay, you feel me? Or you can do it with the drag route, like if you want the drag route to have that free release. So you just motion them over. Make sure you got an extra blocker over there, and then just motion them back. And usually by this time when you're doing this, you're going to fuck their defense up so bad, they're going to put people out of position. Okay? Remember, you got like 20, 30 seconds from the time you snap it. Now, the first play of the game, they're going to accelerate clock you. Okay? Which is going to suck. So the first play of the game, just call a play. It doesn't matter. You don't want to go ahead and get in your scheme quickly. You want to make sure that, you know, you have time to do some of these things. So, mainly for this play, there's actually a couple of different ways that I want to run it. If you're on the right side of the field, you want to run it to the left. If you're on the left side, you want to run it to the right. Okay? So the main thing is you want to have clear out space. Okay? Remember the same thing about man match. So when we move him over, he's going to have a little bit more leverage to the outside. You see me? And then if we want, we could probably clear it out with that. You want to clear that zone out. So either one of them can be open, because he's going to run it and then he's going to cut. Okay? But it's cover 3. Don't run it against cover 3. Okay? Run it against cover 2. I'm going to try to show you. Cover 2, it might be able to beat man. Like zero coverage. Like if there's no deeps behind it. It's not going to be something you're going to spam or anything. It's something that you can throw in. I'm trying to find a formation that's going to work. Cover 2. Alright, so cover 2. All we're going to do is we need to pull that cloud flat down. Okay? So you take him. You could run like a hitch route. And then always you can motion back out. You got the hitch route. Now the thing about the hitch route, a lot of people don't tell you this. You can run it unpressed. Even if they're playing press coverage, they can't press hitch routes. Okay? And you could take hitch routes and you can smart route them. Okay? They cannot press hitch routes. For I don't know how that is. It's just like that. Okay? So you can get like real glitchy and shit. Give you more space for your little flat route. And then look at circle, bro. It's going to be just a little possession catch on the sideline. Okay, so make sure you take notes. Like, hitch routes cannot be pressed. Okay? So and the only way you can get a hitch route is from the slot. So if you want to take those routes to the outside, let's say you want to run a curl flat seam and they're pressing you all damn game. And you can't get that release to get to the spot where your guy turns around to catch the ball to beat cover 3 or whatever. So you could take that curl, motion it back out, and you can recreate the curl flat, okay, to beat cover 3. Like that. And then circle right down the seam. You know, that's cover 2, but you see the concept that you're creating over there? The little delay route is just enough. Like, the only thing that we could probably do to make this better is we could do something with the tight end. So the thing we could do with the tight end is we could motion the tight end over. So like when you come out, you got to go through your cadence, okay? So your cadence, you already know exactly what you want to do. You want to come here, you want to steal your flat, you want to smart route it, and you want to go ahead and motion it out, right? That's going to be the first thing you do. You got your curl flat with your running back and the hitch route. The next thing you want to do is you want to make that circle route pretty nasty. So you're going to take your tight end and you're just going to move them over and drag route them. Okay? Intriguing enough? So now you have your over-under concept on the left with Lynch and Lockett, and then you have your over-under concept on the right with Moore and Wilson. All right, those are going to be your cover 2 attackers, and then you're going to attack the middle with Metcalf. Okay? So you run it just like this. Look at how everything opens, X is open on that one. Okay, so the Tampa fell with the, just run it again. Hitch route, smart route the hitch route, run it to the outside, take him, run the drag, and then just make your reads. Usually drag's going to be open against cover 2. There's probably ways you can get it open against cover 3. Let's say I want to run the streak or I out route. Let's say I run this route, smart route it, so we could pull that safety out of position. Okay, we run it like that. Circle gets wide. Sometimes I hate playing this on all Madden, but whatever. You understand. As long as you understand, as long as you understand, that's important. So that pretty much goes over everything that you need in Gun Bunch. That should get you through. I'm gonna double check. We got your spacing. We went over verticals. Sometimes I use bench pivot, but it's not like a de factor. It takes time to develop, and I don't think the Seahawks have the line for that play. We went over wide curl. We went over the slip screen. Flood route is basic flood route concept. I don't use flanker drive because of what bunch trail can do. I think the only one that we can go over is mesh spot. So we'll go over the mesh spot real quick. And then, like I said, we'll go over what gives you problems first. Cover 4 drop show 2. Now, the route that you want is going to be that tight end route. Okay. He's gonna hit where you want it to go. So to attack cover 4, you need to do the following. You need to attack those quarters. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a route at him, and then we're gonna move it over, and then we'll have a route over there, kind of like that. Kind of treat it like a man match, even though it's not. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wait for X. Just wait for X. If X doesn't come open, something underneath will. That's pretty much the concept. Usually for cover 4, you want to attack it underneath. Okay? You want to clear some space out. Sometimes I'll motion him out like that and run like a hitch route. So I got a double spacing concept. And just like that, X over there if you pass lead to the sideline. That's going to help you beat cover 4, okay? So run it again, just so that you see. You take R1, put him in a hitch route, motion Metcalf out. So you have a spacing concept over there on the right. And like I said, X will be your guy. That's going to beat cover 4 quick pass. It should beat more coverages. We'll go over. Let's see. See if that setup can beat more coverages. Let's see. Mesh spot formation. We'll start with cover 2, then cover 3, cover 4. So take your slot, put them in a hitch route. And remember, you can smart route those hitch routes. Okay, so they can run deeper. You can also smart route Metcalf's route so it runs deeper. Okay? So you can pull those zones a little bit back and then get the spacing that you want. Okay, so I didn't necessarily need to smart route the hitch. So let the hitch stay low. You said what? Oh. Don't worry about that too much, man. But run it like this. And then circle. See where circle's getting wide open over there? Alright, so do that again. See how the hitch route pulls the zones under. Wilson's route pulls zones out. So you take him, motion him out, and smart route him. And he'll kind of be in a spacing. So if you want, since we're only looking at that side of the field, you can pass block Lynch, and if you want, I'm trying to see if there's anything else we could do. I'll leave him as he is. And we're basically just looking at the circle route. See how the circle route's wide open? Once you keep beating the computer and they see that you got something beating them, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get the block sheds. Every time. That's how it always works, I guess. They got double teams and he's getting block shedded. But look at her. You know. So that's another little play that you definitely need to have in your arsenal. Okay, just remember mesh spot, hitch route the slot, motion Metcalf out. You don't necessarily need to smart route him unless you want like a deeper pass and him to be extra open. And then you can just roll out or whatever. Okay. It'll be quick pass to X. Let me see. This way stock is a quick pass to X, I think. Let me see. Pull, pull, pull. And his tight end sucks. But we know it. We know that works in a game. I think that's everything as far as gun bunch goes. Let me double check. I think I went over it. We went over spaces switch. We went over verticals. Draw is optional, man. It's not going to be the best run because of the animation it's going to give you. It's going to be like the quarterback jumping up in the air. It's real stupid. PA post is good, but you need to cancel the play action. But your quarterback's still going to take like a foot forward. Like, let me show you this shit. Like, even if you cancel the play action, it's still going to be like a little, it's still going to be a pass. Like, you cancel the play action, he's still going to take that foot forward. Like, he's going to scramble. Just watch. See how he took a step forward? Okay, I just needed to show you that. Because if you run the actual thing as a play action, you're going to take that step and pass it off, and then you got to go through the animation. Okay, so you just want to cancel the animation so you have more time to make your reads down the field. So when you cancel the animation, you can actually see things develop a lot faster. Okay, so that we didn't really run that for a play. We ran that just so that I could show you. Usually, if I'm doing this play, probably the only adjustments that I'm actually trying to make is really just Wilson. Just take Wilson around like in a drag route, something like that. And you could probably run a wheel route out the backfield and get enough separation. Wheel route. Okay, we can make some separation for that wheel route. Alright, so to get separation for that wheel route, all we gotta do is just run this drag. And run that like that. Just get separation for the wheel route. Just enough. Look at Lynch out there mossing people. Let's go. Beast mode for real. Let's see. And like I said, you could take these little routes, like this hitch route, to pull zones under. Okay? So if you want to motion him to pull that zone under so that you can get that wheel route open behind him. So you watch, and even if they chase the wheel route, look at there. The hitch route's wide open. It's an easy read. Nothing too fancy. Easy 5-6 yard game. Beats a lot of zones. So you just show you again. So if they want to chase routes, they want to use their chase routes, look at there, boom. Nothing too hard, okay? Alright, so that's everything gun bunch. Now I'm going to go over your strong eye, okay? And this pretty much gets you started. And like I said, if you're ready for me to add more, just hit me up and I'll add you some more, okay? Alright, so there's a couple of things that you can do in this formation. Like I said, usually I'm canceling out of play actions if I'm ever using a play action. your stock play that I use is dive, and I'm going to show you how to run dive. A lot of people remember what I told you about the alignments. Okay, a lot of people, they run auto align, so they're automatically against a 3-4 defense. You know, any Tampa 2 cover 3 sky or cover 4 quarters, you know 4 guys are coming, right? Usually on a Tampa 2 cover 1 hole or a cover 3 sky, the blitzing linebacker will always be matched up on the tight end side automatically if they're on auto align. Okay, so what you want to do now, what that's going to do is that's going to take the sky, this linebacker over here on the left, it's going to take him and he's going to be able to come in the backfield, right? All you got to do is this. All you got to do anytime you run a dive or any run play is motion your tight end over. Okay, that's all you got to do. Always ID one of the linemen. Anytime you're in a 3-4, don't worry about the linebackers. ID alignment. Okay? If that lineman is ID'd, that means he's going to have a bit aggressive blocking on him. He's not going to be able to block shit as easy. Okay? That's going to allow your fullback to kick up to the second level. So when we run the play, see how the blocking is on that guy? Let's go into the replay and I'm going to show you this. Okay? When you ID anytime you run a 3-4, anytime I see a 3-4 and I want to run, always ID the nose tackle. Reason why, if you're running inside, he's not going to be able to block shit or nothing. He's look at there. He get picked up by the next guy. He's getting cramped. There's nothing he can do. You know, Seattle doesn't have the best run blocking team either. You know, so look at that. So let's do it again. And I'm going to show you, like, if I have this on All Pro, I could show you how the run fits are developing. If you're in a ranked game, you'll see it. So all you're going to do is, like, if you come out in this play, like, if you're coming out in this play and they're using auto align, what you might see on All Pro in ranked head to head, you might see one side of the hat count is green and the other side of the hat count is red, right? When you motion this guy over, I shit you not, the whole entire hat count is green. Okay? You can kick, yeah, I shit you not. And you can kick it out, either, you know, if you have an agile running back, you can kick it out. You know, if you're power halfback, don't kick it out, just run straight at them. It's just plain and simple. Find you a hole. 3-4 is nothing difficult about it. If they're dumb and they want to fucking blitz everybody, you might get a one-play touchdown. Okay? So that's the first thing I wanted to go over. The next thing, you probably see a lot of people running it this way. Sometimes I run it a little bit different. The most important thing for this formation is you want to go like twin halfbacks or, you know, tight end in the backfield or something like that. So we'll go twin halfbacks mainly for the purpose of this formation. And the plays that I like to use, I use the wide receiver out, I use the halfback dive, I use the PA scissors, double post, wide trail, FL drive, halfback off tackle, and that's pretty much all of them. So we're going to go over them and I'm going to show you the setups for all of them, okay? So the first one we're going to go over is wide receiver out. So as I was showing you, like we'll show you cover 3 because most people run cover 3. So as I was showing you earlier about how hitch routes are, okay? Hitch routes pull zones. So if it's the only zone over there before anything crosses over, it's just like how you have one play touchdowns where you dumb down the deep zones on one side of the field where they don't drop back any further. You're pretty much doing this same thing except for a medium passing concept, okay? That makes sense? So Metcalf is going to pull any zones over there down. And what's going to happen is the tight end, if he isn't getting usered, he's going to bust wide open. Okay? So I just show it. It really doesn't matter his speed. Just, you see that? Okay? So you're probably going to want to put a better tight end in there, but I'm just, just trying to show you. So that's going to be your first thing. If they're covering, you're tight end, Metcalf is usually going to be open all day, okay? But when you're going up against a computer, they're going to cover him. So it's not going to see how he's covered, but that route's always going to break open because you're pulling zones with him, okay? Now the next thing I'm going to show you is the right side of the field. The right side of the field, Lockett automatically is going to beat cover 3 because that is the perfect soft spot against cover 3. I'm not even going to do anything to the left side. I'm just going to show you cover 3, wait, circle, bam. Okay, stop beats cover 3. Okay. Now I'm going to show you another route that beats cover 3. Okay. When you take the fullback and motion him outside. Now usually I would suggest doing this to the wide side of the field because he's probably going to go out of bounds, but I'm going to show you if you quick pass it, he's going to be open 3, 4, 5 yards. Okay. So if people are blitzing you a lot, so let's move it over here for the purpose of me showing you. If you move him over here, it's a quick pass. You won't have an inaccuracy bonus or anything like that. So just quick pass, boom, gets down the field. Okay. So they start keying in on that. See, now the beauty of doing that is when they key in on that, this is what I like to do. Okay, because I know it's cover 3, right? Because he's telling on me. I see a single high safety. You know what that does, right? Take square and put him on a streak. Okay? We're going to suck them zones down and just watch square. Okay? So there's you a quick cover 3 beater. Alright, so that goes over everything you can do in that formation. The next one I'm going to show you is double post. Okay, double post, I like to run this to the short side of the field. Okay, the route by Lockett is usually what you want against cover 3. The route by Metcalf is what you want on cover 2. Okay, it is very important that you know that. The strong side, cover 3. The weak side, cover 2. Okay, so that helps you attack multiple coverages as is. So we'll run it stock just so that you can see circle gets wide open. Really don't need to do too much. Now, if you want to get fancy and you know that he's probably dialing in. Now you can do motions. Okay, so like you might want to motion Metcalf out wide. Okay, and run like a deep end route, which will get over. So now you have your 2 route concept over there, your spacing concept underneath, and your dig route, which can also beat man cover. So you can run it like this. And if you really want to get technical, you can run motion him back in. You could run the wheel route on the outside with the other half back and probably block him. Okay, so there's a lot you can do. I love passing out of this formation. See, as you can see, full zones, easy dink and dunk offense. Okay. All right, so let's go over another play. And then let's see, we have the Y trail. Now this is one where, you know, let's say people come out and they start thinking that you're running on them. Like let's say they come to pinch bucko. Okay, they're sending everybody. This is like easy. Take your fullback, put him in a wheel route. Okay, as long as they're not baseline or they're like in stock alignments or anything. When you motion him over, it's automatically going to tell you if it's man coverage, right? So with me seeing that he's in man coverage, I automatically know that Lynch wheel route is going to be wide open. Now, if they user Lynch wheel route wide open, you can throw it to Lockett. Now, what you're really going to want to do is you're going to want to motion hike it. You don't want him to set his feet. So if Lynch is somehow covered, you'll throw it to the quick route underneath. Like that. Okay. Now, if Lynch isn't covered, you'll throw it to the fullback. Okay. Let's see if I can make it any more clear than that. Let's see. You want to motion hike it, and if you have a fast little fullback, you know he'll get open. Quick pass, kill the cover one. They'll stop trying to fucking blitz you all day. Okay. Let's see if there's any other ones. Actually, we're running pretty fast now. All right, the next one. If you're running the dive real good and they start respecting the dive, you're gonna open up the PA scissors. Now, like I said, you don't have to run. Let's say they're in this strong storm. Okay, you don't have to run the play action. Okay. I'll say it again. You do not have to run the play action art. I'm gonna show you how I run this. I block the fullback. I drag that receiver over there. And then, like I said, you might want to reroute him into an actual curl route. And if his man coverage, you usually want to hit that tight end. Usually he's wide open on man coverage, like he'll break off. But you want to make sure you put your fastest, like I think Luke Wilson. Make sure you put him in there, okay? He's gonna run it a lot better. So it'd be like if you want to keep the play action animation, it's not gonna be as good. Okay, you see how he was in the backfield? That's why I said you do not need play action at all. So you just block, and then just same thing. See how much more spacing and timing you have to actually throw the ball. And like I said, your starting tight end sucks. So we're gonna actually put a tight end in, because for the sake of the video, you gotta catch passes, bro. Let me find somebody that's at least fast enough on Wilson. Alright, let's try him again. Now let's see. PA scissors. Alright, just go up against any blitz. Alright, try it again. Make sure you block, and then cancel the play action. Wilson's gonna run it a lot better, but you understand, you know, practice mode is not gonna let me do it. And then I could probably run like a slant drag concept if I wanted. And then just do it like that. You just use your speed, get it to the outside. It really depends. You know, you got speed receivers, so you could probably run the quicker passes. You don't necessarily have to throw it deep all the time, which is good about this offense. It's very flexible to, you know, how you may want to play with your team or whatever. Hey, what up, Ant? So it's real flexible. But like I said, Seattle does not have the best O-line, but it's doable because you can run around with Wilson if you're good. The next play we're going to go over is, which one did I say? The off tackle. I'm going to show you how this off tackle works as well with, let's say they're in the pinch bucko. Remember how I showed you the dive? Okay. Now, what you want to do, remember what I said about power runs. You want to clear space. Okay? So you're going to gladly move him over there like you're running the dive. Okay? He's going to try to pinch his guys in. And what this is going to do is going to give you a little bit more space. Now, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to ID this guy now. Okay? IDing him is going to allow your fullback to pick up that guy on the edge. Okay? So when you run it, you seen how the space kind of cleared up a little bit? Yeah, the only thing is I think I ran it wrong. Let me see. As long as you pick up either guy, we pick him up. I don't know why he's running it to the outside, but whatever. Supposed to cut through the gap. Let's see. Let's flip the play. Some runs are very glitchy because when they put these games out, they're on a deadline, so you really gotta kind of toy with them a little bit. So just bear with me, because some of them you have to run flipped. Yep, this is one of those runs you have to run flipped. So always remember that you need to flip this. If you're a right-handed quarterback, you need to run this play to the left. If you runs to the right, it glitches. So you need to remember that. So just run it to the left, like this. And the thing is, you want consistency. See how he's able to get to the outside a lot easier. If I run it to the right, see, watch how it glitches up. It freezes up if I run it to the right. Let me see. See how he tries to go inside instead of off tackle. So it's real glitchy when you run it to the right, so you need to run it to the left. So run it to the left, and just motion him to the out. And this is how you run the off tackle. Wait for it. Sometimes you got to kick out and then go up. Now, like I said, you're going up against all Madden. They're gonna have block shits. You know, it happens. But for the sake, it's not something that you're gonna be spamming. It's like one of those plays you're probably gonna run maybe 3 or 4 times here or there. You know, just as something to keep them honest. Okay, it's not gonna be a money play. It's just something that's in there, how to correctly run it. Trying to show you some more here. Let's see. We went over double post. Went over PA scissors. There is a way to get those end arounds to work, but for the most part, it's not going to be worth going through all the, the extra stuff to try to make them work, as opposed to actually getting the plays that are going to work. Okay, so it's pretty much going to be wide receiver out, dive, PA scissors, double post, and wide trail. You can throw flood drive in there, and this is like, have you ever ran the gun split Pats halfback wheel?
I got it in my playbook.
Yeah, you remember that play, how it was annoying as hell in Madden 18, Madden 17, and it took a while for people to figure out how to clamp it down. What happens here is you could take this halfback, put him on a wheel route, bam, you got the play, except it's under center. Okay. Now if you had like receivers with the apprentice ability and whatever, you could probably take Lockett, put him in a corner route, and then you got a cover 3 beater with Metcalf. Like there's a lot of shit that you can.
I'm already knowing I'm gonna kill shit just for the plays that I got already. You know what I mean? That's just gonna open up stuff for me even more.
Yeah. So this is just giving you insight on what you can do. Like there's a lot of stuff you can do just on this alone. Like look at the concept. Look at the running back lead block for you. You know, that's another thing about my offense is I will have routes open, other routes up downfield for blocking purposes. You know, like let's say if I really want some blocking, I can motion him outside. Okay, so he'll have more space to run his route, and then Lynch can pull that guy upfield a little bit further. Look at that block Lynch laid. It's just timing. You have to anticipate that he's going to be open. Okay, so if he's covered 3, you can motion him outside so he has a little bit more time to develop, and Carson can go upfield, lay the block when you're ready to pass. Boom, lays the block. Okay, so you have to be very anticipatory of it. Okay. But for the most part, I think this goes over strong close. I could probably, if you want, I know this is a long video. If you want, I can kind of sit down with you each day because I'm off every evening, every afternoon. I'm usually off in the morning before noon, and I'm off the rest of the day. So if you have any questions or whatnot, I can sit down there and I can kind of go through everything with you, and try to help you out, get the best that you can. If there's any questions that you
Okay.
have, you can ask me. Okay, I don't mind
Okay.
sitting down helping you. Okay.
But shit, I'm cool with what you just showed me already. Just is there a way you can send this clip to me on my messenger?
Yeah, it's
Or what I gotta do?
it's right there. It's in the messenger on the thing. It's in the messenger. All you gotta do is click on it.
Okay, let me see. Where we at?
So it should be on your thing. The last
Okay, I
message.
see it. I see it. I see it. I see it. And
So
what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go over it because I'm that type of person. I'm gonna spam it, and then I see what you're doing, and then I'm like, okay, that's what he's talking about. You
all
see what
right.
I'm
So I'm
saying?
gonna cut this broadcast. I know this one's a little bit longer,